Were you forced to learn how to juggle because you had no one to play catch with? Do you suffer from
crippling depression?
Well, Father, why have you forsaken me is right for you. No longer will you have to ask your uncle to take you to the Father's Day fair only to be rejected because he's taking his kid, even though he could have easily taken you both. With Father, why have you forsaken me? You can finally find your father. Using code written entirely in MATLAB, a grid of buttons will be displayed. When a button is clicked, the number of squares away from your father will be displayed on the button. But be aware that your father moves around the grid after each button click, and you're only given a certain amount of attempts.
You'll find your father in no time. But don't just ask me. Here's what other people had to say about it.
Thanks to Father, why have you forsaken me? I was able to find my father in a matter of seconds.
I ain't saying a single line till I get paid.
Dad died 6 years ago.
Oh, this seems very interesting, but how's it work?
Allow me to
Explain.
myself. My name is...
The argument for the function is used to determine the amount of rows and columns for the array of buttons. Another array, used to represent the values of the button, has the elements initialized as 0, which means the button is unclicked. When the value is 1, the button is clicked, and 2 is randomly assigned to one element, which is Father's location. When the button is pressed, it checks to see if Father is there. If not, your score is decreased and Father moves. To determine Father's location, a random number is generated from 1 to 8, 1 representing moving up, 2 representing moving up to the left, etc. If a new location's value is 1 or is out of bounds, a new number is chosen. When Father moves, all clicked buttons calculate the amount of squares they are away from him using the distance formula. To win, click the button that Father resides in, or to double your score, trap Father so he is unable to make any more moves. If your score reaches 0, you lose.